Welcome to an interview with Staking Awards. Thanks so much for coming to the summit. Why don't we start off with an introduction from you on your name, what you do at Injective, what Injective protocol even is. How about
Sure. So my name is Jenna Peterson, and I am the CEO of the Open DeFi Foundation, which is the foundation for Injective ecosystem.
Okay. Nice.
And I started back in June of this year.
Yep.
And I come from a TradFi background, so still really coming up to speed on all the wonderful things happening
in crypto,
in crypto with Injective. Injective is a layer 1 blockchain built on the Cosmos SDK. And one thing that sets us apart from other DeFi ecosystems in Cosmos is we have the only central limit order book that's fully on chain.
Yes, yeah.
And we also have self-executing CosmWasm contracts.
Yes, very nice.
Which translates into a lot of interesting features and capabilities that some of the builders on the ecosystem are discovering right now. As an example, with binary options, we have a new dApp called Frontrunner that will be launching soon. It's in testnet, and they are a sports betting application.
Okay, very nice.
So Injective back in the day, 2018, was incubated by Binance Labs.
Yep.
And today is actually the 1-year mainnet anniversary.
Very nice, congratulations.
Thank you.
It's actually kind of crazy. When I first joined Staking Awards, the first article that I wrote was actually on Injective. So that's how I joined the company. It was through that.
I liked you.
Yeah, it was through like them reading that article. Then that was like my test piece. It was about Injective. So yeah, I saw you. I saw the shirt, and I was like, I have to make this interview happen. It holds a special place for me. And but cool. So with Injective, what are your goals over maybe the next 1 to 2 years in terms of like an environment for developers? Like what type of projects do you want to see built on Injective?
Sure. So in the last year, Injective has traded about $8 billion, about 120 million transactions. So we want to keep that momentum going strong and bring in new builders. There's been a lot of interest from Xterra builders to move into the Injective ecosystem, which is obviously thrilling.
Yeah.
Project X, which just won Best New Launch in Cosmoverse a month or so ago, will be launching early next year, and that's going to, it's very exciting, that is going to give Injective an AMM and a token launchpad, so kind of rounding out some of the DeFi
very nice.
opportunities and options in the ecosystem.
And I'm guessing having a launchpad is going to also bring more projects to Injective as they have a place to incubate and grow, right?
Exactly. And one of the features of the token launchpad is, since it is a central limit order book, it's very capital efficient, and we don't have to worry about MEV, we don't have to worry about high slippage, so it's a great way for new projects to launch and give back to the communities and make sure that it's efficient and the best bang for the buck financially.
Cool. So for someone who has no idea about like what a central limit book is, do you mind explaining what makes it unique and different from other limit book solutions?
Sure. So if you're going to think of traditional finance, like an equity market, all those exchanges have a central limit order book, which means price discovery is easy because you can see all the bids and all the offers.
Yes.
And you can see where orders are resting, and you can trade on a midpoint. So it's very capital efficient. It's very transparent. Right now with AMM pools, there's a lot of variability in price, and there's a lot of ability for big whales or big market makers or people with a lot of size to crush smaller traders. And a central limit order book gives you more efficiency and a better quality fill.
Okay, right. And so to summarize, a central limit order book allows users to execute trades in a more efficient manner with like less slippage and less ability for whales and other parties to manipulate the order book before their traders execute.
Exactly, and Injective has taken it even a little step further, in that we have frequent back auctioning, which means that there's no MEV risk.
Right.
So that problem is resolved, which obviously is a growing concern with everybody in the DeFi space right now.
Yeah, very interesting. Cool. And so now some more personal questions for you. What crypto project are you most excited for over the next 1 to 2 years?
Besides Injective?
Besides Injective. As much as we like to shill our own projects.
I think there's such an amazing, talented group of builders here.
Yeah.
I'd be hard pressed to come up with one project that I think is amazing. That sounds like I'm not answering the question. But
maybe tech, or even tech. Like, which technology do you think is going to be the most impactful over the next 1 to 2 years?
The next technology. Now you stumped me.
Like, we had like DeFi summer, and then like, what do you think is going to be the next big?
So I wouldn't say necessarily technology, but I think the space is going to change immensely as institutional money is really starting to pour in.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be an exciting phase 2 of DeFi.
Sure. And has Injective had much interaction with institutional investors and institutional traders using the Injective protocol DEX?
We're starting to get more and more interest from institutional players. A lot of them, as you know, are starting to toe in and trying to see where their compliance group is comfortable with them trading on DEXs.
Yeah.
So we do have some interest, and it helps that Jump is one of the new market makers that recently came on board, and they're giving a lot of feedback in terms of how to structure the DEXs to take advantage of institutional order flow.
Okay, cool. And the hardest question. This is the question that we need to get people on the wines to get them to answer. Some people will answer it, some people won't. What do you think is the most overrated project at the moment?
Can I say Dogecoin, just because Twitter's in the news so much with Elon Musk?
Yeah, Dogecoin works. At least you answered. Most people are like, I don't want to make any enemies, which is fair enough, but I guess with Dogecoin, there's no one to make enemies with.
Exactly.
You're just making enemies with crypto Twitter.
Well, I think I just lost my Twitter account.
Elon Musk is coming after you.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks so much for the interview. That was really interesting. Is there any other questions or things that you would like to talk about in regards to Injective that you'd like users to know about that they might not know about right now?
I would just say check out Project X, soon to be renamed.
Okay.
As it's going to be launching in the next couple weeks. We're very excited, and I think it's going to bring a whole nother user base to the ecosystem.
Is this when we all buy Injective on 100x leverage? And
exactly.
But cool. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
That's all.
All right.
Awesome.